Good afternoon and welcome to the City Council study session for March the 4th. All of our council is present. We have a fairly light agenda for this meeting prior to going upstairs. The first item and maybe the only item we have is to review the agenda for our meeting upstairs. So council, if you could please look at that document. Currently, all of the items have been kind of vetted and there's nothing off the consent for upstairs. But council, has anything changed? Any questions regarding any of the items on this agenda? Okay, thank you. Hearing none, the next item on our agenda for this meeting is item 2. That's appointment to boards. Hopefully you've seen that. We're appointing folks to the Parks and Rec Board and the Design Review Board. Is there a motion to that effect? Thank you, Mr. Luna and Mr. Thompson. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Next is to hear reports on meetings and conferences attended. Anything you'd like to share with us, council? Mr. Freeman.
Thank you, Mayor. We had a large, our Lehigh Days activity rodeo out in Lehigh area this last Saturday, and I saw Councilmember Duff and Yvonne there, and I tried to pick them up in my Ranger and deliver them to their car, but it was a huge turnout. We sold about 2,800 barbecue tickets and almost 3,000 people there. Had a large activity. Candace came as well, and I think after having 2.5 inches of rain almost and having a rodeo there was a great event. It was a great day, and a lot of people throughout the whole community came to the event.
Thank you.
Well attended.
Thank you. Great to have a rodeo in Mesa, Arizona. Mr. Luna.
Yes, we had Food Truck Friday over at La Sendas, and it was well attended. A lot of food trucks and lots of people and great music. So we will be doing that again in April and in May. So it's always the first Friday of the month at 5 p.m. So come on over. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Anything else? Yes.
Well,
Jen.
I think you're going to talk about your Mayor's Youth Committee.
Oh.
Would you like to
Please.
speak? No, well. Okay, well, I had the honor of being a judge on the Mayor's Youth Committee presentations on Thursday evening, in which our high school students from various schools did presentations on how we can better or had ideas of what we can do within the city. And they came up with some quite impressive ideas, as well as their presentations were very good. And then we followed with Mesa Sister Cities Young Artists Awards afterwards at the Mesa Arts Center and the Contemporary Arts Museum, which again blows me away by the talents of our youth. One thing I'd like to mention is the at Pioneer Park, we have our Mesa Farmers Market and Flea on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on every Saturday, and really some great quality vendors and music and food trucks, and I encourage everybody to support that so we can grow it even more and check it out. Thank you.
Thank you. And yes, Jen, I agree with you. For those who don't know, that each year the Mayor's Youth Committee makes presentations on suggestions that they have to address issues in the city, and I mean no disrespect to the adult staff that work for the city of Mesa, but these presentations are always amazingly high quality. I mean, these kids' skills with software and with the ability to give a polished presentation is remarkable. So last year we took several of the ideas that came up and they actually made their way into reality in the city of Mesa, and I'm sure that we had equally great projects suggested this year, so it'll be fun to see how these ideas progress through our city vetting process. Yes, Kevin.
Well, I'm thinking about it. We had an MWA meeting this past week, and with DCP now in the dust, we're starting to really watch a lot of the legislation that is still sitting out there, strikers and so forth, just to make sure that the Senate and the House don't run any bills or anything that are going to impact our water supplies and the state's water supplies. So we're watching that, but also working with Ms. Kent and her staff on perhaps bringing Warren in with MWA to do a presentation on DCP and so forth with the council at one of our future study sessions, just to give us an update.
Great, thank you. Other comments? All right, Mr. Brady, how's our schedule looking?
This time it is. Yeah? Is that up? Okay. The light doesn't work, but the mic works. Just a reminder, we have a study session this Thursday. We've invited Mr. Scott Smith from Valley Metro to come and make a presentation. So he'll be here, and that's the only item that we'll have. We don't have an agenda review, so that'll be the item on the agenda for Thursday. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, there were obviously some issues that came up at our strategic planning session around Valley Metro and Light Rail, so I think this is a great opportunity for us to get updated on all of those questions. Is there, that takes care of our schedule in a future meeting. Is there anything else to discuss, or is there a motion to adjourn this meeting? Thank you, Mr. Freeman. Mr. Thompson, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.